It's about unblocking, not manifesting. I'm Brian Withers, empowerment coach, trainer, and author. Before I go into this video, I just wanted to say if you're just coming to the channel, new at the channel, you might want to check out the series Changing Beliefs that talks about the creative process, and really these videos will make a lot more sense if you understand that reference point of knowledge, because it introduces all kinds of things that we commonly don't know. We're not taught in life about how life really works and holds together in this energy universe. So these videos are extracts from my books, The Book of Life and Higher Vibrations for Health, Happiness, and Harmony, to reinforce those points, to bring awareness. And if you watch enough of them, then you'll probably put a lot of the pieces together. But as an individual video, for the most part, if you find you're not quite understanding then some of the terminology and whatnot, then that would be a good place to go to the Changing Belief series, so you get that good foundation of information about the creative process. Then you'll get a better understanding of these videos. Okay, let me go into this one here. So unblocking, not manifesting. Well, we know from the creative process that everything about our life all of the time is the manifestation of our energy. We're constantly broadcasting energy to the law of attraction from our conscious thinking mind and our subconscious mind, where those beliefs are stored. And everything about our life is the manifestation of that energy. So if we want something to change, we can see it's about changing the energy that we're sending to the law of attraction, that broadcasting that we're doing. So let's go over first, before I get into this image, and let's look at the flow. So blocking, now I said, it's not about manifesting, it's about unblocking, because everything we want is a vibrational reality, and it will flow to us naturally, absolutely 100% naturally flow to us when we're high vibration, no resistance. Because all of our dreams and desires are high vibration energy. So when we're a match, then they just flow to us. The law of attraction will bring us the details that will hook us up with everything, and then that flows into our experience. But we have a lot of thought process, thought habits, faulty beliefs that do this to us. And so we're in the often in the mode of resistance in the ways that we think about our daily life and the things that are going on, not only with the things that we want, but with our past, with ourself, with so many things in our day. We're introducing these elements of resistance in the form of fears or worries or doubts or frustration, boredom, anxiety, guilt. I mean, there's a big list of them. And I have a list posted in the post section of the channel there. It's the first post I made, and it shows you a list of positive and negative emotions. And of course, that's the difference between high and low vibration. So when you're feeling negative emotion, you know that you're doing this, that you're thinking thoughts that are causing your vibration to come down. You're not a match to your desires anymore, or the path of details to them, and so that's why you're blocking them, right? So you're doing the blocking of the things that you want by the way that you think. It's that simple. That's the blocking factor, your conscious thinking mind. And so we want to clean that up so that we get our thought habits feeling good, which is high vibration, and now we're a match, and then things can flow through. So as we clean up our thoughts so that we're positive, then this is what's going to happen. We're going to flow in. So that's the purpose of having the 7 stages of manifestation change. You can see where you're at in this process of cleaning up the energy. And particularly stage 3, you're using the daily emotion tracker, so you can see if you're trending towards more positive emotion, cleaning up the resistance and letting the flow come. So let's go back over and have a look at this image here. So again, all the things that you want, we know they're high vibration, because when you think of any of them, you have positive emotion. You could just stop for a second and think of anything you want if you clear your mind and not think of those other kinds of thoughts, but just purely think of the experience that you want, you're going to find some positive emotion in there. And that's the frequency of them. So we know everything is done and ready for us to receive. But here's a little image that kind of shows you sort of the traditional way that we think about life and having the things that we want and the life that we want, and the creative process, the natural way that life really works. So we're here standing at point A, and there's something that we want. And just for illustration purposes, let's say we want a house. So a house in vibrational reality. We're living in a house, and the house is okay, but we've decided we want a different house. There's just something different we want. So our inner being knows that, sets it up as a vibrational reality, sets up the path to it, all the details for us to receive it. And the receiving factor is positive emotion. For any reason at all, you receive those details as part of your day, and they will draw you along into receiving that house that you want. But our traditional way of thinking doesn't factor that in at all. We're here at point A, and we're figuring it's us. Us and our body and our conscious mind. We have an idea in our head, and it really doesn't go beyond that. And so we start off kind of in a low vibration because we're thinking, how are we going to make this happen? And there's no certainty there at all. And we're not thinking about an inner being, and we're not thinking about any of the elements of the creative process. So we're thinking it's just, again, us and our conscious thinking mind and whatever resources we can scrape together and our body to go into action. And we got to move ourselves from the place of I don't have it to physically having it. And you're really on your own when you live in the traditional way of life. You're without all the resources of the creative process, your inner being, the path, so many things in there that are working for your favor, but you don't get access to them from a low vibration. All that stuff is high vibration. You're just in a whole different realm when you're feeling good versus not. So in that place of thinking we have to make things happen, we go into action. We really are not 100% sure of which action to take, if it's going to work out for us. We're relying on things outside of ourselves. There's some confusion or some uncertainty, some doubt, some worries. And, we're doing all we can, working hard as we can to put everything into place to make sure that we can get where we want to be. And there is no guarantee we're getting to point B at all. And if we do, if we can stay there, it's just a really situation where there's just no certainty. Now, contrast that with the creative process, the natural way that life works, where we're leveraging our resources because we know the power of feel-good. It's like a currency. Feel-good is a currency. Think of feel-good as a currency. It's the currency of life. Money is nothing, is a paltry in comparison to feel-good. Money cannot even buy everything, whereas feel-good, you could say it buys everything because it puts you at the frequency of everything you want, and it leverages all the resources to go to work for you and to set you up in such ways that you're receiving easily all the details of the path. Now that means you're still going into action. You're still doing a lot of things. You're still thinking with your mind. You're still working with your body. But you're doing it from a feel-good place, and that makes all the difference in the world. So you're at point A, and you're saying, "Well, I've got it vibrationally, so I'm really feeling really satisfied and knowing it's on the way." And again, I can appreciate my existing house because it caused me to sort of know what I want, and there are some qualities I still like about it, and I just want a few more qualities, and so I do appreciate that, and I'm looking forward to the receiving, excited about it, anticipating it. This is all high vibration thinking stuff here that I'm talking about, and we're thinking in terms of receiving. We're thinking in terms of the path. It's going to be fun on the way to this, and we're knowing that feeling good is the currency of life that's going to bring all of those details to us. Now again, we are going to be involved in action, but it's going to be a relaxed kind of action. And there's certainty. It's absolutely certain because these things are going to move from a vibrational reality to a physical reality. And that's a guaranteed thing if we're doing the part that is our human part in the process, and that is loading our day up with positive emotion in any way we can. And, just sort of the three basic ways, I guess you could say we would be doing that is one is we're going to be feeling good about the certainty of what we want on the way to us, and we're feeling the emotional essence of it. And two, we're appreciating the thing that we're at now that's going to be replaced by the thing that we want. So we got total satisfaction there. And then we're going through our day and all those other pieces of our day, and we're finding ways to feel good about that. And again, the creative process always gives us a good feeling thought about everything. So let's carry this in a little bit more and think or look at how we're blocking versus unblocking. So again, we have an idea and a desire, and when we spring into action, but we really don't know for sure which action to take, not 100% anyway, so we're thinking to ourselves, well, how can I make it happen? Not sure how to make it happen totally. Maybe I'll get a plan together. What about deadlines? What about other resources? I got to figure this all out, put it all together. Who's going to help me? How long is it going to take? Oh yeah, and I had a bad experience before, so I'm really not sure about that. And there's other environmental or economical or political things going on that might be interfering with me at all. You see, so there's so many variables in there, just completely full of variables that we have no answer to, and we're not supposed to have answers to those because our inner being takes care of that part of it. That's our partner. Our inner being is our partner in this, and we've got to trust our inner being and know what job it does so that we can get out of the way of that and do our part, which is to feel good. But if we don't know this, then we're thinking like this, and then we're in a place of fear, worry, doubt, uncertainty, and all kinds of negative emotions like that. So we're loading up that pipe and creating all kinds of resistance. And so the things that we want can't flow to us. The path can't flow to us. And it's so interesting. It's just an amazing paradox that you will find people, and maybe yourself, you work so hard at something to make it happen, and in the very doing of that, you're actually creating resistance that prevents it from getting to you. Isn't that something now? That's really something to be aware of, and it's a realization that you really want to think about, because you want to be carrying on in your day in ways that feel good. That's your currency of life. And over here, we're unblocking because we're feeling good, but that does not mean we're not acting. We could be working 16-hour days over here as well. We could be making calls. We could be organizing resources. We could be doing a lot of things because we're doing them from an inspired action point of view, and we're enjoying them. We're feeling good about them. We're feeling relaxed. We're feeling at ease, calm, optimistic, positive anticipation, peaceful expectation. We are in a completely high vibration zone. As we act and as we think and use our mind and use our body, we're in a completely positive feeling zone. And so we're flowing. So the things are coming to us. We're getting inspired to act on them. We're acting. It brings more to us. We act more on that. And it just flows, and things just synchronize for us, and it comes easily. Whereas in our old way of thinking, that we have to do all these things and make it all happen, so we're not using the resources available to us in the universe. And over here, we're completely 100% leveraging them, and they're making it really, really easy for us. So I do realize this is a big paradigm shift in thinking from the old traditional way of life, and it does take a little bit to get onto it, and get used to it, and realize that feeling good is the way that life flows in its most pleasant and productive way. You'll get way, way, way more done coming at things from this feel-good place than you will from asserting yourself and determination to make it happen and figure things out and force your way through and all of that kind of thing. That's gonna be a hard battle. That's like swimming upstream. That current is against you. And this is like going downstream. You're just floating with it. That's the difference. See, that's a good analogy, because that's about the size of the difference of it. So that's the message in this video is, again, and I hear so many people say, well, I'm going to manifest something. And you really want to get out of that terminology, because it just makes it seem like something you got to do. And then you think, well, what specifically do I got to do? And it can easily bring efforting kind of thoughts to you, and if you're doing it right or if you're doing it enough or those kinds of things, when all you really have to do is just get the negative feeling thoughts out of the way so that there's no blockage in the pipe, so there's no resistance in there, and everything's going to flow. So think more about your thought energy, because that's the key to all of this, and that's what stage 3 in the 7 stages of manifestation change is all about. That's where you keep your daily emotion tracker, and you can see if you're trending more towards those positive emotions through your day, because it really truly is the key to the good life that you want. And once you get more and more positive emotion going, then you'll find and you'll notice stages 4, 5, 6, and 7 happening. And it's good to see that, because then you know that things are happening. You are actually doing the momentum shift to the energy, because from faulty beliefs, it doesn't necessarily shift right away. There's a little bit of lag time there when we first start to practice these new kinds of thoughts, perceiving things, processing things in our day from a new point of view that leaves us feeling positive, and it takes a little bit to cycle out the old faulty beliefs. So the 7 stages help you to realize, or help you to really see that you're doing that and you're trending in that direction of pure positive energy, high vibration, and so that the flow of the path of all things you want are going to be coming more easily and more easily to you. So that is the video for today, and remember, everything is coming down. It's automatic that life has caused you to ask. It's all coming at you. It's all coming at you. And your part in it is to do this. Bring these good feeling thoughts into your day about everything. And that's your currency. And that keeps the pipe clean. And then the manifestations are a byproduct. The manifestations are then going to be a byproduct in a high vibration sense rather than a low vibration sense. So we want to get our energy going to the law of attraction in those good feeling ways, at high vibration, and that keeps the pipe clear and keeps everything flowing to us in those easy ways that they're meant to flow to us. Because remember, this is a universe of joyous expansion. It wants us to have everything we want and keep asking. That's what we came for. We came for that. We did not come for anything less than that. So if you want to get back into that high vibration life, this is the way that you go about it. Okay, thanks for listening in. If you have any questions, leave them on the post, and have yourself a great day.